Welcome back to the Disciplinarian League. Today, we're talking about something every man needs to hear. The one thing you must do if a woman disrespects you. This is one of the most critical lessons for maintaining your self-respect, your confidence, and your peace of mind in any relationship. Before we dive in, take a moment to hit that subscribe button and join our growing community of men dedicated to mastering discipline, relationships, and personal growth. Don't miss out on the tools and strategies you need to take control of your life. Now let's get into it. Understanding disrespect. Let's start with the basics. What does disrespect actually look like in a relationship? You can't address a problem if you don't recognize it. Disrespect can take many forms, and some are so subtle that they might go unnoticed until they've already done damage. For example, verbal disrespect. This includes belittling comments, insults, or using a tone that's demeaning. Emotional manipulation, silent treatment, gaslighting, or trying to make you feel guilty for things you didn't do. Disregard for your time or boundaries, ignoring your needs, flaking on plans, or consistently prioritizing her needs over yours. The first step to handling disrespect is being able to call it out for what it is. Too many men brush off disrespectful behavior thinking, "It's not a big deal," or "She's just in a bad mood." But let me tell you this. If you let disrespect slide once, it will happen again, and worse, it will escalate. Why disrespect happens now? Let's talk about why disrespect happens in the first place. Understanding the why is key to addressing it effectively. 1. Lack of boundaries. If you don't set clear boundaries early in the relationship, you're essentially giving her permission to push those boundaries later. This doesn't mean you have to be controlling or rigid, but it does mean you need to establish what is and isn't acceptable behavior. 2. Testing behavior. Sometimes women will test you, whether they realize it or not. They might push limits to see how you'll react. This isn't necessarily malicious, it's often subconscious, but your response sets the tone for the entire relationship. 3. Personal issues. Disrespect might not even be about you. It could stem from her own insecurities, past traumas, or frustrations that she hasn't dealt with. While this isn't an excuse, it's something to keep in mind when addressing the situation. The wrong ways to handle disrespect. Let's talk about what not to do. These are the common mistakes men make when faced with disrespect, and they almost always backfire. 1. Reacting with anger or aggression. Yelling, arguing, or trying to put her in her place will only escalate the situation. You might win the argument, but you'll lose her respect, and possibly the relationship. 2. Becoming passive or overly apologetic. On the flip side, some men go completely passive. They apologize for things they didn't do, hoping to smooth things over. This only reinforces the disrespect because it shows you're willing to tolerate it. 3. Ignoring the behavior. Hoping it will go away on its own is wishful thinking. Disrespect doesn't fix itself. Ignoring it sends the message that you're okay with being treated poorly. The right way to handle disrespect. So, what should you do if she disrespects you? Here's the step-by-step guide. Step 1. Stay calm. The first rule is to never react emotionally. Take a deep breath and maintain your composure. When you stay calm, you maintain control of the situation and yourself. Remember, anger clouds judgment. Step 2. Address it directly. Don't let disrespect slide. Call it out calmly but firmly. For example, you might say, "I feel like that comment was unnecessary. Let's talk about what's really going on. I don't appreciate being spoken to that way. Can we discuss this respectfully?" Step 3. Set clear boundaries. Explain what behavior is unacceptable and what you expect moving forward. Boundaries aren't about controlling someone else. They're about protecting your own well-being. For example, I'm happy to discuss this, but I won't engage if you're being disrespectful. Step 4. Be willing to walk away. This is the hardest part, but it's also the most powerful. If she continues to disrespect you despite your efforts to address it, you need to be willing to walk away. Staying in a toxic situation only damages your self-esteem and mental health. How to prevent disrespect in the first place? The best way to handle disrespect is to prevent it from happening in the first place. Here's how. 1. Set the tone early. From the beginning of the relationship, establish clear boundaries and expectations. Make it clear that mutual respect is non-negotiable. 2. Lead by example. Treat her with respect, but also respect yourself. Show confidence, decisiveness, and self-discipline in your actions. 3. Communicate openly. Encourage honest and open communication. Many issues arise because of misunderstandings or unmet expectations. 4. Build your self-worth. The more confident and self-assured you are, the less likely you are to tolerate disrespect or attract it in the first place. The long-term benefits of handling disrespect correctly. When you handle disrespect appropriately, the impact extends far beyond the immediate situation. Let's break this down into key areas that will help you see why mastering this skill is essential for your growth and happiness. 1. You gain her respect. By calmly and confidently addressing disrespect, you establish yourself as someone who values mutual respect. This doesn't mean she'll automatically change overnight, but it does mean she'll view you differently. People in general tend to respect those who respect themselves. 2. You deepen the connection. Handling conflict correctly can actually strengthen a relationship. When you set boundaries and communicate effectively, you create an environment of trust and understanding. She'll feel safer with you, knowing that you are someone who values honesty and respect. 3. You build your confidence and self-esteem. Every time you stand up for yourself, you reinforce your own self-worth. You'll begin to notice a shift in how you see yourself, not as someone who tolerates mistreatment, but as someone who commands respect. This confidence radiates into other areas of your life. 4. You establish a standard for how others treat you. How you allow one person to treat you sets a precedent for how others will too. By standing firm on your boundaries, you teach people, whether they're partners, colleagues, or friends, how you expect to be treated. This standard ensures you attract healthier relationships overall. 5. You protect your mental and emotional well-being. Tolerating disrespect takes a toll on your mental and emotional health. Addressing it head-on prevents resentment, frustration, and self-doubt from building up over time. Instead, you create a life where mutual respect is a cornerstone. 6. You inspire others. By demonstrating how to handle disrespect with grace and confidence, you may inspire others around you to do the same. Your friends, family, or even colleagues might notice your approach and learn from your example. 7. You create a path to personal growth. Every challenge in a relationship, including disrespect, is an opportunity to grow. When you approach these situations thoughtfully, you develop emotional intelligence, communication skills, and resilience, all of which are invaluable in every aspect of life. Handling disrespect is not just about solving a momentary problem. It's about cultivating a lifestyle of self-respect, confidence, and emotional maturity. And when you embody these qualities, you not only improve your relationships, but also transform your entire life trajectory. When you address disrespect the right way, you'll notice a few things happen. You'll gain her respect and possibly deepen the connection. You'll build your own confidence and self-esteem. You'll set the standard for how others treat you, not just in relationships but in every aspect of your life. Respect isn't something you demand. It's something you earn by the way you carry yourself and the boundaries you set. If a woman disrespects you, it's not the end of the world, but how you handle it can make all the difference. Which of these steps do you think is the most important? Let me know in the comments below. And if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button and join the Disciplinarian League for more powerful insights to transform your relationships and your life. Thanks for watching, and remember, respect yourself first, and the world will follow.